an iconic company that makes billions of pounds in profits. Its supplier accused of exploiting migrant workers, paid as little as £9 a day, and a 2-year legal battle after reporting this.
दिनको 12 घण्टा र हप्ताको 7 दिन र महिनाको 30 दिन काम गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब एकदमै धेरै कामको प्रेसर हुन्छ अनि
ATA IMS is one of Southeast Asia's leading electronics companies. In February 2022, this programme revealed how a group of migrant workers employed by ATA in Malaysia to make Dyson products were taking legal action. Recruited from Nepal and Bangladesh, they alleged horrific working and living conditions.
Our clients allege that they work under conditions of forced labour, in unsanitary and crowded accommodation, and they lived under the constant threat of punishment and persecution.
That's what Dan Kumar Limbu says happened to him. When he complained to labour rights activists, the management hunted him down and handed him over to Malaysian police.
पिट्ने पनि पिट्न सुरु गरे उनीले किताबहरुले यसरी बसेको ठाउँमा लात्ताले अनि उनीले हिर्काउन थाले आया भनेर दुखेर मैले कराउँदाखेरि चाहिँ मेरो घुँडामा फेरि अनि टेक्यो उसले घुँडामा टेकेर फेरि पाइपले पैतालामा हिर्कायो.
Dyson would tell us they didn't know about Mr Limbu's torture until months later. But Channel 4 News found evidence Dyson had been warned about conditions at ATA since 2019 and that it failed to address all the problems, even publicly denying them. Under mounting pressure, Dyson ordered an independent audit by Elevate. In September 2021, Elevate's report finally exposed the crisis. Before we broadcast, we put all the allegations to Dyson in this 16-page letter. The company denied there was a cover-up, saying it only learnt of the scale of ATA's problems when Elevate reported and that it wasn't complicit in what happened. Then Dyson said, if we ran the proposed story, we could be liable for billions of pounds in damages.
Well, I'm now joined by Michelle Shi.
Michelle Shi from Dyson's Singapore HQ told our viewers that Dyson had acted appropriately in all cases. ATA had denied all the allegations, but she accepted conditions at ATA were poor and didn't claim there were any factual mistakes in our report.
Well, the welfare of the workers are our uttermost important priority, and that is why we've been working with them, working on the actions, rather than just run away from the problem. We address the problems other people ignore.
Despite all this, after our programme was broadcast, lawyers for Dyson demanded Channel 4 take down the report and issue an apology. We refused. Other journalists who tried to follow up our story were threatened with legal action. And then Sir James Dyson himself and 2 other UK-based Dyson companies, Dyson Technology Limited and Dyson UK Limited, issued legal proceedings for defamation here at the High Court. It's gone on for more than 2 years and cost hundreds of thousands of pounds for both sides.
Here we are in the Dyson demo store where you can try out our technology.
The judge ruled Sir James hadn't been defamed in the report and threw his claim out. But the other 2 Dyson companies continued to pursue the action. In April this year, Channel 4 News filed its 186-page defence. One key inclusion, the findings of the thorough audit of ATA, the so-called Elevate report, which Dyson had refused to release.
Why not release the report? Where's the report?
Go.
Release the report.
Well, the report, we have the report, and Dyson works on the report.
Yeah. And we'd like to see it.
That is why we took the actions.
OK, but we'd like to see the report.
But we did obtain a copy of the Elevate report. It said there's evidence that nearly 4,000 people had worked illegally at ATA between December 2019 and May 2021. Some workers had been housed in undisclosed facilities, and pay records were hidden or destroyed. 246 workers at Dyson sites were still owed recruitment fees. 1 in 5 workers worried about management retaliation, including deportation, pay cuts and physical attacks. And the report said ATA's management could have fixed all these problems, but Dyson failed to reach agreement with ATA on solving them following receipt of the report. Instead, they walked away, terminating the contract. As part of the case, Dyson was obliged to respond to our defence on Friday. That response never came. Instead, Dyson informed us it was discontinuing the case. But the legal threats haven't stopped. Dyson also said it'll try to injunct Channel 4 News if we publish new information that we've now obtained about Dyson's activities. In a statement, they told us, "We strenuously deny the false claims made by Channel 4 News in its broadcast. It is ATA, an independent manufacturer, that must answer questions about its treatment of its workers in Malaysia. Dyson will never condone the mistreatment of workers anywhere in the world and defends its reputation when it's necessary." But campaigners say this case is similar to a string of others brought to stop reporters investigating the rich and powerful in the public interest.
Well, these legal tactics are used by anyone who seeks to block accountability. We've seen them used by Russian oligarchs, by corporations such as Dyson.
So they're effectively being used to censor journalists and activists and others?
These lawsuits represent a form of legal bullying, which are designed to force the target to retract their criticism. And they do that by using the litigation process to harass, intimidate, and drive up costs.
Dyson told us it's categorically wrong to describe this defamation action as a strategic lawsuit against public participation. This was a legitimate complaint against false claims made in a broadcast which harmed Dyson's reputation. Like anyone, Dyson is allowed to exercise its right and defend its reputation through the courts. Meanwhile, Dan Kumar Limbu and 22 other former migrant workers are still pursuing compensation from Dyson, which denies any liability. After more than 2 years of seeking justice, they may have a long road ahead.